In today's world, where up is down and down is up, it should come as no surprise that heart attacks no longer impact just the elderly. Why these days, they seem to be afflicting younger and younger folks. 7 Israel ran a story last week with the tragic headline, "Child dies after nearly drowning on Yom Kippur Eve." The subheadline explained, 8-year-old boy passes away days after suffering cardiac arrest and nearly drowning in a bathtub. But this boy was no ordinary boy, as you'll see in a few minutes. 80-year-old Yonatan Erlichman had a fatal heart attack while he was taking a bath. He might have drowned if his cardiac arrest hadn't killed him. Sadly, that's where we are now. 80-year-olds having heart attacks while taking baths. I mean, isn't that the way it's always been? Yonatan got immediate help. Emergency care arrived within minutes, and Yonatan then spent 3 days fighting for his life in hospital. But all the best efforts of the doctors still couldn't save him. In Yonatan's short life, he was surrounded by doctors, pediatricians in fact. His father is a pediatrician and a hospital doctor. His grandfather is a former director of pediatrics, which would mean that Yonatan got the best medical care any child could get. So, given all that, one would think that any possible heart issues or anomalies would have been caught early, right? I stated earlier that Yonatan was no ordinary boy. Let's take a look at what made him so different. You see, when he was 5, Yonatan was a child actor. Now, he wasn't hawking cereals or toys. He actually starred in early COVID educational videos along with a puppet dressed in overalls. The puppet said he was scared about COVID. So Yonatan told the puppet to talk to his dad. Why Yonatan's dad? Well, if you can't trust your father who's a pediatrician, who can you trust? In another piece, Yonatan's father explained COVID protocols to the socially distanced puppet in kid-friendly terms. He told the puppet wise and sensible things, like how important 14-day quarantines are, the necessity of quarantining people who contacted an infected person, even if they won't lock themselves down, and that the puppet must not use the bathroom for several hours after mama goes. These videos were produced near the beginning of the COVID crisis, so they predated the vaccine rollout by several months. However, Yonatan's father told the puppet all about vaccines. No one likes injections, Dr. Erlichman told the red-headed puppet, but sometimes there's no choice, right? Emphasizing the puppet's social contract and obligations to society, Dr. Erlichman proclaimed, "Everything we're doing is for Grandma and Grandpa, and that this creates a good feeling in the heart that you're able to help," right? After the vaccines rolled out, Yonatan's pediatrician grandfather encouraged viewers to get vaccinated in a news interview, insisting he was sure the shots were totally safe and effective. "I'm sure it's not dangerous. According to all the research that was done, all the approvals it received. There was no side effects other than a drop of local pain in the ejection site," Dr. Erlichman stated. In other words, the older Dr. Erlichman had no reason to doubt the public health experts. So why should ordinary Israelis, both young and old, do so? My thoughts and prayers are with the grieving family at this unimaginably difficult time. Being a parent myself, I cannot imagine what it must be like having your children predecease you, especially those so young. Yonatan's medical family described how the boy died, but to date has not mentioned anything with respect to what could have led up to his heart attack. You know, prior medical history, vaccination status, etc. Now, some of you may say that doesn't matter. Knowing that isn't going to bring Yonatan back. You're right, it isn't. But maybe if we were to know what could have caused Yonatan's death, that knowledge could not only offer closure to his own family, but Yonatan's legacy could help in preventing other 80-year-old boys and girls from dying from heart attacks. Anyway, I do appreciate you watching. Thank you. You can also follow me on my Rumble, my Locals account. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. You can also follow me on my Twitter at Camera612. I put a link in the notes section to the original story, as well as the video on YouTube. It's in Hebrew, so you're obviously not going to understand, but at least it's there. You can see it. And like I said, share this with your friends, and I will see you next time.